For this potato salad, we have about a pound, you can go up to a pound and a half of red bliss potatoes. You use Yukon Gold, but these are washed red bliss potatoes. We also have some green pepper. So these are big green peppers. You could do like 2 medium-sized ones or 1 super-sized large one, because we're gonna roast this. We're gonna like char these off and get the outer skin out. We have some mint, about 4 to 5 nice sprigs of mint, and we got some chives, about 8 to 10 chives ready to go. And we got our mayo and we got our sour cream all set. We'll get to that later. First, we're gonna get our potatoes boiling, and we're also gonna be charring off our green peppers. So we got a gas flame here, and we're gonna do our 2 peppers, right? And we're gonna put them on the flame, and they're gonna start charring all around. We're gonna use some tongs. Obviously, I'm using my hands right now, but we're gonna start charring them up. And you can just do 1 on 1 burner. If you do not have a gas burner, then you can turn your oven on to like 500 degrees or 450. Put some oil on the outside and let them just like start blistering in the oven. That's gonna take at least a half an hour at a 450 degree oven. But if you have gas, this is a great way to add some flavor to your pepper. While our peppers are charring, we're gonna cut up our potatoes. You're gonna go into quarters. That's 4 per potato, all right? Kind of chunky size. If they're super size, then you can cut them into, would be like 8ths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually 12. There you go. And that's like a smaller size. Works too. Either one will work here with our potato salad, because we want to be small enough so we can put them on a fork. So if they're like a little too big, you figure, to put on a fork, then you have to have a smaller size, so they're going to work out. And they're going to take a little less time if you do them smaller to boil, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to be boiling them. Alright, got all our potatoes cut. Like I said, at least a pound, up to like a pound and a half of our potatoes. And we're going to put them in a pot. And you're going to have just enough cold water to cover your potatoes, like a nice pinch of salt in there, and we're going to bring that to a boil. Check that out, our peppers are charring up. They're doing really nice. Getting a little charred on all sides. Use some tongs. I split this up amongst 2 burners. One burner is a little stronger than the other one, but we're getting some nice charring going on, so there's going to be good flavor. Potatoes on the fire. We're going to put a nice big pinch of salt in there. There you go. And we're going to bring that to a boil. So our first pepper is done. We got it all charred up around, and what we're going to do, we're going to put it in a bowl, okay? We're going to do our second one and finish that one up. Alright, here's our second pepper, charred off pretty well. Doesn't have to be everything covered, but you know, get most of it charred off. We're going to turn it off. We're going to put this in a bowl. We're going to wrap these with plastic. Alright, we're going to wrap this with plastic and let this steam for about 10 minutes. That way it's going to be easier to get our skin off. There we go. While we're waiting on our peppers, we're going to take our mint, take it off the stems. Just get your leaves. It's already been washed. And take your leaves out. And you're going to do like kind of a rough chop. You don't want to chop it too fine because it'll brown a lot. So we'll bunch up just a little bit at a time, right? And then kind of bunch it that way and do some slices. Like really nice little slices of our mint. Don't want to bruise it too much, okay, because it's going to be inside of our dressing. So we bunch up a little bit, put together your fingers just like that, and then you're going to slice all the way through to get little thin strips of your mint. So we're going to bunch up our chives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like at least like 8 to 10 chives, right? You line up straight in right there, and we're going to go really, really nice and tight on the slice, which is going to give us like 1/8 of an inch on our slices. When you slice, make sure you're slicing all the way through so you get a nice little rounds. Don't halfway chop it up, just one clean slice all the way through. And that's going to work better as far as when to mix in with our salad. There we go. Alright, our potatoes have been cooking for about, like, boiling for a full boil for like around 8 minutes. And now they're fork tender. And so we're going to drain them and cool them down. All right, we're gonna drain our potatoes and let those drain out really well. Then what you're gonna do is add a little bit of cold water and spray some cold water on them to kind of speed up the cooling process so they're at least cool, they're not steaming hot, okay? Then we're gonna let them drain really well. We need them dried out and drained well before we're going to dress them. All right, our pepper has been like 10 minutes in the plastic wrap there, right? So what we're gonna do is cut it in half, and we're gonna take the seeds out. So you can take a knife and just cut the base part where the seeds are out of your pepper, okay? And then what we're gonna do is gonna lay them flat. We're gonna lay your pepper flat, and then you're going to scrape off the skin. Pretty simple. You don't have to get every last bit of the dark part off of there, but you wanna try to get most of it off and you're good. Just use the back of your knife. A little bit of charring extra on there is not a problem, just a little extra flavor. There, trim it up a little bit, right? Then, once you get the skin off, you're gonna do is cut it into strips. The strips can't be too long because they're gonna go in, actually we're gonna do squares. So we're gonna go like, that's a ½ inch, that's a ½ inch, then we're gonna turn it, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch. You're gonna turn it, it's like ½ inch squares, because that's gonna work well with mixing with our potato. There we go. And get all your peppers cut up like that. Okay, so our potatoes are nice and drained out and cooled down. You gotta be cooled down before you do this. Then we got our peppers. And we have our peppers. We also have our chives. Put all that in there. Mint, all in there. There we go. All together. Trying to find my bench scraper. There we go. All that's in there. Next, it's going to be time for our dressing. And we have the mayo and the sour cream. That's like a ½ cup sour cream, a ¼ cup of mayo. So I'm going to cut the sour cream just a little bit. The sour cream's going to give us a nice bite. And then when we mix this, you got to be nice and gentle. You don't want to smash it. You might have to add a little more sour cream or mayonnaise to your mixture, but you don't want to over mix this, and you also don't want to smash your potatoes. So if your potatoes are a little bit overcooked, you don't want them all mushy. I mean, they're going to mush a little bit if they are a little overcooked, but you want just enough dressing that's going to be coating the potatoes, coating the peppers. We can add a little bit. Actually, I'm going to show you, if you want to put a little chives or garnish at the end where you can. But we're mixing that around just nice and gentle, just like that. We're gonna get ready to season it, okay? We're gonna add some salt and pepper, a couple pinches of salt, a couple pinches of pepper. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna taste it and see where you are, see if it needs a little more salt in it. You got a little bit of a bite from the sour cream, and this is gonna be good if it sits like a second day too as well. Potatoes they absorb some of that great flavor in there. We're going to stir it around another couple seconds here and give it a taste. So when you're finished, you can actually chop some extra mint and chives for your potato salad, just for some extra color, because it all kind of blends in white, and the green mixes in with the white, but it's really tasty, really refreshing in the summertime too as well. There's little chives and some mint on the outside, and you're all set. And just let that sit in the fridge and eat it as a nice side salad or by itself.